صدودك جرح قلبي، صدودك يا غالي، صدودك جرح قلبي وزاد عذاب وتعب من عندك.
That sounds like music from my part of the world. That sounds...
عذاب وتعب من عندك وزاد انت الخنيت بالحو الفايا، انت الخنيت يا يابا، انت الخنيت بالحو الفاك وزاد يا خاين وبيك ما ضل امايل لا شوي شوي عيني شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 عيني شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 لي غادي شوقك تتنى شوي شوي لي غادي شوقك تتنى شوي شوي عيني شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 عيني شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 لي غادي شوي شوي لي غادي حب اسمك حفظت عنك كتمت عنك كتمت خافي لا تصيبك نار عنك كتمت شوي شوي عين شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 عين شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 لي غادي شوقك تكلم شوي شوي لي غادي شوقك تكلم حابس غرامي حابس غرامي والسلة بلاد حابس غرامي نبع السلامي نبع السلامي وشوقي ويا النسمة نبع السلامي شوي شوي عين شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 عين شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 لي غادي شوقك تكلم شوي شوي لي غادي يا وردة حلوة يا وردة حلوة نبكي عليك نروح يا وردة حلوة اسكت تسوى واسكت تسوى هالشمع على الخدين اسكت تسوى شوي شوي عين شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 عين شوي 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 بويا شوي 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 لي غادي شوي شوي لي غادي شوقك تتمنى
Well, that was something completely different. That was Saleh Al-Kuwaiti and Daoud Al-Kuwaiti, very famous Jewish musicians from Iraq. Simon Saul is nodding his head vigorously. I was just, kind of learned about them very recently, and one of the cool stories about them is when it was found out that they were leaving the country to get to Israel, the King of Kuwait actually sent an entire party to the airport to beg him to reconsider, because once they lost him from the land, he would lose all pleasure in his life if he didn't have the opportunity to hear Saleh Al-Kuwaiti sing. So anyway, just thought we'd share a little bit of that, and glad we could bring at least a smile to Simon's face, who is Shimon al-Baghdadi, I guess we can call him, or al-Kalkuti, or we could call him al-Raguni. Shimon al-Raguni, considering all the many places he's lived. Shalom, Rabbi.
Erev Tov, everyone. Good to be with you. And I enjoyed the music. It was nice to have some Eastern music for a change, and we have a lot of Western music, so it was nice to have something different. And hi, everybody. Great to be with you. We'll welcome people in just a moment. Why don't we start with a song?
Hine Matov Uma Naim Sheverachim Gam Yachan Hine Matov Uma Naim Sheverachim Gam Yachan Hine Matov Uma Naim Sheverachim Gam Yachan Hine Matov Manayim Sheverachim Gam Yachan Hine Matov Uma Naim Sheverachim Gam Yachan Hine Matov Uma נעים שברכים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים גם יחד הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שברכים שברכים גם יחד. Doesn't that make it Eastern?
Erev Tov. Hi to Beth and Rochelle and Rita and Debbie and Ellen and Rocio and Lisa and Adele and whoever else is with us. It's good to be with you, and to Sharon and Simon and Yvonne and Cantor Paul. Hi, Cantor Paul. And I'm going to start with a story. There was an artist. This artist lived in a little town and had been painting the beautiful things in this town her whole life. She had painted the people and the buildings and the landscape. One day she woke up and she thought to herself, I have painted everything beautiful in the town. There's nothing left to paint. I need to go on a little journey and find beautiful things to paint. Well, on the first day of her journey, she was coming across a bridge and there were soldiers coming toward her with big laughing and singing and so happy. And as they came across the bridge, she stopped one of them and said, what's going on? Why are you so happy? And they said, the war we've been fighting is over. We get to go home to our families. Peace has finally come. And she stopped and she took out her canvas and she painted the soldiers and the tears of joy in their eyes and the smiles on their faces. And she labeled it across the top, peace. And she continued on her way. A little later in her journey, she came across a meadow. And in the meadow, she could see two people who were having a picnic together, and she could see them laughing with each other and looking into each other's eyes and being with each other. And she could tell that they very much loved one another. And she watched them for a while. And then she painted a picture of the scene and wrote across the top, love. And she decided she had only said she would only be gone a couple of days, but she was running behind schedule. So she decided she should start to head back. She had promised she would be back before Shabbat. And so she continued on her way. And on Friday morning, she passed through a little town and she stopped. She heard sounds, and it was the sounds of people at prayer. She looked and there was a little synagogue, and she could hear the people praying in the synagogue and visualized in her head the Hebrew words of the prayers coming out through the roof and the windows and rising up to heaven. And so she stopped and she painted the little synagogue with words of the Hebrew prayers coming out of the windows and the roof. And she wrote prayer, because prayer is certainly a beautiful thing. And now she was running very late and she hurried her pace, and she wasn't going to make it home before Shabbat as she had promised, but she was only a little behind schedule because she made up a lot of time. And as she came into her village, she could see Shabbat candles beginning to shine through the windows of the various homes. And as she came down her street and then turned toward her house, she stopped outside the door and she could see her family gathered around the Shabbat table with the candles lit, offering blessings to one another. And as she came into the house, she ran over to them, and her children and her husband gave her lots of hugs and kisses, and they offered a blessing to her, and they continued with their Shabbat dinner. And she thought to herself that she had gone on this journey and she had found beautiful things to paint. She had found peace, and she had found love, and she had found prayer. And all three of those were present at that moment as she gathered with her family at the Shabbat table. Erev Tov. Sorry, it's hard to hear me when I'm on mute. Unless anybody has anything to share. I don't know if Simon or Yvonne or Sharon have anything they want to share. We're without little ones today. So then we will move to our Shema and Hashkivenu prayers.
I wanted to thank Paul for the beautiful opening. It really stirred me. And especially when the trilling came on. I could see all those women at the party, just trilling it up. And yours too, Paul.
Thank you, Simon.
I'm a triller. Were you able to understand any of the lyrics?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't understand the lyrics, no.
He's got music similar though. I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not easily I guess the Arabic is very idiomatic in terms of what he was talking about.
Thank you. Okay, you can tell.
All right, Paul. Shema and Hashkivenu prayers. Thank you, Simon.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malachuto Leolam, Leolam Vayed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'amidenu shomrenu l'chaim. Ufros alenu Sukkot shlomecha ufros aleinu. Sukkot shlomecha. Amen. Amen.
Just a couple of quick announcements. People should have received an email today just outlining that we are returning to in-person activities at TBI starting this Friday night. And we welcome people to the sanctuary or to join us virtually. But we hope that some of you will begin to join us again as we kind of begin to move past the Omicron wave. And hopefully we won't have another one and we'll be able to stay together in person. And so that's the biggest piece. Excuse me, always watch your Thursday email for upcoming news and events, classes and things like that. We have a class number 3 of Tammy Schneider's King David class this Wednesday evening, as a reminder. And yeah, Cantor Paul, anything else you want to add to the announcements?
No, not at the moment. Just looking forward to welcoming folks back into the sanctuary, and Scarlett Vandergrift's bat mitzvah this weekend, and
Great.
You know, return to many of the things that we love to do. So
let's close with a song.
Motivated by Rabbi's little story today. Peace, peace will come. Let it begin with me. Oh, we need peace. Let it begin with me. Oh, my own life is all I can hope to control. Let my life be lived for the good of my soul. Let it bring peace, sweet peace. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. We all need peace. Let it begin with me. Oh, my own life is all I can hope to control. Let my life be lived for the good of my soul. Let there be peace, sweet peace. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. Let it begin with me. Let it begin with me. Let it begin with me.
Erev Tov, everyone. Thanks for being with us. Have a terrific week. We'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Have a good week.